What if I told you that feeling incomplete is not your fault? It's a system where the more you feel insecure, the more valuable you become. And the most dangerous part is you don't even realize it's happening. Because today you're not just buying things. As a customer, you're buying confidence, you're buying validation, you're buying a version of yourself that you think is better. And the moment you start buying your identity, you stop building your own. People are not spending because they need more. They are spending because they feel less. Think about it. Even after upgrading your lifestyle, why does it feel that it's still not enough? Because it's no longer just consumption, it's a psychological conditioning. You see better lives every day. You compare without even realizing. You feel behind without proof. And slowly your decision stops being logical and start becoming emotional. So the real question is not about why people are buying more. It is about who is making them feel incomplete at the first place. And most importantly, how this entire system is influencing your decision, even you without realizing it. In this video, we will help you understand that feeling insecure is no longer natural, but manufactured. How companies turn your emotions into profit. Why middle class becomes the biggest trap in this entire system. And most importantly, how do you take back control and don't spend money trying to fix a feeling that is not even yours. Namaste friends, I am Rohini and you're watching the knowledge series of fincash.com. Let's start with reality. Over the last decade, India's income level have increased, consumption have grown rapidly, access to credit card have become better. But at the same time, household financial saving have declined from 35% to 30% range. Credit card spending have crossed 15 plus lakh crore annually. Personal loans are one of the fastest growing segments in the banking. Now think about this carefully. Even if people are earning more, why are they saving less? This is called core contradiction. And the answer is because spending is no longer driven by need, it's driven by psychological pressure. Earlier, people used to spend only when they need. Spending had a purpose. Consumption was simple. They had nothing to prove to anything or anyone. They not only saved for themselves, but for generations to enjoy. It was about security for tomorrow. And that's the mindset older people carried. But today, people buy to feel better. They buy to signal status. They buy to belong. Today, people want to feel respected, and the fastest way to feel respected, they think, is due to external signals. We have shifted from need based economy to perception based economy, where to value is not what this product does, but what this product says about me. And this is where insecurity enters. In economics, there is a concept called signaling. It means you don't buy things because of their use. You buy them to communicate something. A watch signals success. A phone signals relevance. A lifestyle signals status. And this is the shift we are talking about. Today, consumption is no longer just about functional. It has become communication. And here is where it gets deeper. If consumption is communication, then what you buy is not driven by need. It's driven by how you feel. And once that happens, consumption becomes endless. Now let's connect this to how businesses think. A confident person evaluates, compares, spends with intention, but an insecure person seeks validation, reacts faster, spends more without thinking. So, from a business perspective, confidence slows consumption and insecurity accelerates it. And this is where the system becomes powerful. Because industries do not respond to insecurity, they build around it. Not by directly saying it, but by constantly suggesting it. They make you feel that you're not good enough, you're slightly behind, you're missing something, you need an upgrade. Different industries, same message. Beauty makes you question how you look, fashion makes you question what you wear, technology makes you question what you use. Lifestyle makes you question where you stand. So, over time, you're not just buying products, you're buying reassurance, you're buying identity, you're buying a version of yourself that feels enough. And that is why insecurity is not the side effect of the system, it is what keeps the system running. The most people trapped in this billion-dollar business is not the poorest, not the richest, but the one who sits in the middle. the middle class people. And let me tell you, they sit in a very unique position. They have enough money to spend, but not enough wealth to feel secure. And that creates something dangerous. Constant comparison, constant aspiration, constant pressure. Now look at how this plays out in real life. Let's take an example here to understand. A working profession earns 60,000 per month. Out of that, 10,000 goes into a EMI, 5,000 on dining and ordering, 3,000 on subscriptions, 5,000 on shopping, upgrades, lifestyle. And what's left? Saving, often less than 5,000, sometimes nothing. Now here is the reality. Income is decent, but spending is designed around lifestyle, not security. And this is not one-time thing. It becomes a pattern. Every increment does not increase his saving. It goes towards life upgradation. Better phone, better trips, better brands, but not better financial position. Now let us understand the cost of this delay. If someone invests just 10,000 per month at 12% return for 20 years, that becomes nearly 1 CR. But if the delay happens just by 5 years and start later, the same investment becomes around 50 to 60 lakh. Half of the wealth is gone. Not because they earned less, because they started investing late. Now think about this. Every 10,000 spent emotionally today is not just 10,000 gone. It is 1 lakh, 2 lakh of future wealth lost. And this is happening silently, every month, every year. And that is why even after working for decades, people still feel incomplete and they still feel financially stuck or broke by end of the month. The entire system of consumption business is to influence you, is to make you feel insecure, it is to make you feel less, but it is your decision to get influenced or not. Here are 4 practical ways that how you can take back control of your consumptions. Number 1, shift from identity to utility. Before buying anything, ask one simple question. Will this improve my life or just improve how I look? If the answer is unclear, don't buy it, because clarity removes impulse. The second is follow the 48-hour rule, the most powerful one. Any non-essential purchase you don't have to take immediately. You wait minimum 24 hours, ideally 48 hours. Add them into wait list. Don't add directly them to cart or don't buy them instantly. Now watch what happens after 2 days. 70 to 80% of the things you won't feel important anymore, because the emotion is gone, and that one small delay can save lakhs over time. The third rule is to pay yourself first. Most people save what is left after spending, and that's the mistake they make. Instead, flip the order. The day your salary comes, automatically move 20 to 30% into saving and investment before you spend anything, and look at the magic. Your lifestyle adjusts automatically, because what is not visible is not easily spent. This one habit alone can change your entire financial life. Fourth rule is create reality check number. Before any big purchase, ask this: how many hours did I work for this? Example, if you earn 500 per hour, a 25,000 purchase is equal to 50 hours of your life. Now the question becomes, is it worth the 50 hours of your life? And suddenly you will notice that your consumption or spending decision starts becoming real. Fifth rule is start building internal confidence. Because the root of all this is one thing, that is validation. If you need external things to make you feel better, you will keep on spending. So shift the source. Track what are you learning, what are you building, what are you improving. Because when confidence comes from ability, it does not need to be purchased. The strongest signal in life is not what you show, it's what you can do. The system will not stop because it works. And it will continue to tell you that you are not enough, you need more, you're behind. And the moment you understand this trap, you shift from reactions of instant purchases to awareness. And that changes everything. Because the biggest upgrade in life is not what you buy. It is how you think. It is how you build your life internally. It is how you invest your money. It is how you feel secure even without external validation. It's not about just investing or saving for today. It is about creating generational wealth. So it is your money, invest it wisely.